It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, September the 18th. I'm Michael Groff. Temperatures beginning to trend down as we head into the weekend and much of next week, although readings will still stay just a little bit above average. And what about some rain? We need it. Do we have any chance of getting it? We'll talk about all of that and everything else going on in the weather world as well. But first, it's Friday, so that means it's Photo Friday here, where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted of Mother Nature, weather in action from across the valley, around the state of Arizona, and even sometimes outside of Arizona, because Greg and Tyler, a couple of our normal contributors here, they went on a storm chasing expedition earlier this month up into the northern plains of Minnesota, and then snaking back southwestward into the Rockies. So you're going to see a little bit of everything here. Some strong and severe storms, some rain. There's some smoke from some of the wildfires, and even a few flakes of snow coming down over parts of Colorado. Remember, we had that about 10 days ago. And all of this took place within a span of just several hundred miles. And then closer to home, we have this, of course, courtesy of the one and only Michelle. And that's a beautiful sunset with, again, a little color added because of the wildfire smoke. And if you have any photos or videos that you'd like to send in for Photo Friday, of course you can do so. My email address, groffshow@gmail.com. That's groffshow, Groff show @gmail.com. All right, let's get into what's going on. First, yesterday in the valley, another record-tying afternoon high of 109 degrees. The morning low 77, the normal high 100, the normal low 77. Outside now here at 9:35 a.m. Clear sky out there, one of the least hazy days we've had in a while. And we're sitting at 91 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 39, relative humidity 16%. The winds are light and the barometer is steady. Temperatures around the area right now, mostly in the mid-80s to low and middle 90s as we continue to warm up through the morning. The upper air pattern, we've got a trough in the northeast, a newly formed tropical depression in the western Gulf of Mexico. There's our ridge out here in the southwest. It's beginning to flatten out thanks to a rather impressive trough moving on to the Pacific Northwest coast. And they're getting some very heavy rain up there this morning, some flash flood watches west of the Cascades. East of there, still some air quality alerts. Obviously, the wildfire situation continues to be bad, but at least they're finally getting some rain that they really need. We just need a lot more of that through the western states, as we still have a number of red flag warnings extending down here into parts of the southwest. Some tropical storm warnings out there over the Gulf of Mexico, and a few frost advisories and freeze warnings in parts of northern Minnesota and the Great Lakes, a sign of things to come there. Here's the convective outlook for today. No organized areas of severe weather across the contiguous U.S., although there have been some isolated severe storms in parts of northwestern Oregon earlier this morning. And as we dive into the tropics, some big news out here. We have a brand new tropical storm, that is Wilfred, moving into the central Atlantic. And with that, that means we've gone through the entire Atlantic hurricane season name list for the year 2020. That's the fastest we've ever done that by more than a month or so. Elsewhere, we have Teddy. That's a major hurricane out there, and it's beginning to gain latitude. And then we have tropical depression number 22. Let's talk about Wilfred first. This system is not going to hang around very long. It's going to drift off to the west-northwest, and it's going to encounter quite a bit of dry air and some shear. So probably not going to be a major threat, certainly not to the United States. Here's Teddy, very well-organized system, top winds up to 130 miles an hour. This will remain a major hurricane. The good news here is it does look like it's going to curve east of Bermuda, so they might not have to deal with this system. It's going to race quickly to the north and move up into the Canadian Maritimes, somewhere around Nova Scotia by the middle part of next week or so as a post-tropical system. And then out here in the western Gulf of Mexico, we have tropical depression number 22. And the convection on this is getting much better organized. This is likely to become a tropical storm later today or tonight. And the official track from the National Hurricane Center kind of has this zigzagging around just off the Texas coast, perhaps becoming a hurricane in time. We'll have to see about that. But when it does get a name, of course, since we've run out of names on the Atlantic hurricane season name list, we go to the Greek alphabet. So this will be Tropical Storm Alpha. And this is going to be a big forecasting challenge over the next several days because the steering currents aloft are going to collapse. If we look at guidance here, this is the GFS Ensemble. And that looks like a big old plate of spaghetti from a nice Italian restaurant. Goodness. Round and round she goes. Now, the general consensus is that this will end up on the Mexican or Texas coast, but it could drift off to the northeast and impact the southeastern U.S. We just don't know right now. We'll just have to see how this goes over the next couple of days. Looking at the intensity guidance, most of the models keep this as a tropical storm. There is one that brings it up to a Category 1 hurricane. But either way, again, rain is the big risk from this system wherever it ends up. Speaking of rain, yeah, we're not going to see any around here. The latest precipitation outlook from the WPC, valid through next Friday morning. Nothing in the valley, basically nothing statewide. Ho-hum, the dry weather pattern holds on here across the southwest. Let's get into it as we look at modeling. Here we go. The GFS, the 06Z run valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure still in control, but it's beginning to get nudged off to the east. The upper heights are coming down a little, thanks in part to that trough moving on to the Pacific Northwest coast. So down at the surface, some much needed rain up there. Around here, though, sunny skies, dry conditions, high temperatures 103 to 106. Tonight, clear skies, the air is dry, overnight lows in the 70s to near 80, and then over the weekend, a fairly progressive pattern helps to flatten out our ridge. High temperatures 100 to 104 with sunny skies for both Saturday and Sunday. Then as that system departs, it may leave a very weak little baggy low over the greater southwest. This is not going to have any serious consequence in our weather here in the valley. Maybe a few high clouds. I guess, conceivably, there could be an isolated thunderstorm over eastern Arizona, but I wouldn't count on it. High temperatures might back off another couple of degrees. Highs 99 to 102 for Monday and Tuesday. May add on a degree or two for both Wednesday and Thursday, but either way, the skies are mostly sunny and continued dry conditions. Here's a week from today. This is Friday, the 25th. Again, baggy low here over the southwest with troughing well to the north. And the rain continues over the Pacific Northwest. Good news there. High temperatures around here pretty close to or just a couple of degrees above average. And then going out 10 days, this is Sunday the 27th. Troughing moving into the Central Plains. A ridge here across the southwest. Dry conditions continue with temperatures a little bit above average. All right, for the sake of tradition, let's take a look at precipitation off of the European Ensemble for the next couple of weeks. And yeah, most of the 51 members here in the Ensemble show absolutely nothing. The Ensemble mean is about 0.03 of an inch. So pretty safe bet that we're not going to see any rain for the rest of the month of September. And temperatures off of the national blend of models. The trend is down, especially as we get out here toward about 10 days or so, and that's good news. Highs may finally dip below the century mark. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here on Monday morning. Updates before that if necessary. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notice. Your comments, questions, and suggestions always encouraged as well. Thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. You guys be safe, stay cool, and hydrated out there. And watch your kids around the swimming pool. Have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.